And we're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to your girl, Sighren, right here on the Sighren Speak show. Okay. Hey, y'all. Y'all, I'm out here. I haven't had a chance to do much. I am very busy trying to just stay on top of life, y'all. So I already know how y'all feeling. I know what y'all going through. Y'all ain't even got to say nothing. Sighren already understand, okay? I understand. I get it. But shout out to each and every one of you. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you again and again for the big old fat thumbs up as you enter the building. Okay. Thank you. And shout out to the replay gang. Those of you who watch afterwards, I appreciate all of your views, your likes, your comments, and whatever else it is that you do. Okay. Thank you. Before I get started, I do have to give a big old fat shout out to the sponsors, okay, of tonight's show, right? Shout out to each and every one of you. We're going to give a shout out to That Guy Jimmy. Okay, shout out to That Guy Jimmy for sponsoring tonight's show. You guys, I really truly appreciate it. Shout out to YBMB Bookkeeping. Okay, if you guys know, it is tax time. So it is a very critical time for you to get your taxes together, especially those of you who have your own business, you know, or you just need your taxes, you know, together, all together. It is what it is. Make sure that you go to somebody who's very reliable, somebody who's very resourceful, who don't only do your taxes, but educate you on what it is that you need, you know, and other things that you can get to make your taxing or your tax filing a lot smoother. So shout out to YBMB Bookkeeping. I have to get websites, okay? If there are websites and links, you guys, I'm going to make sure I reach out to my sponsors and get it and put that in the description box. So for those of you who need those services, y'all better go get them, okay? A shout out to Pop and Quaz, okay? It is a soul food restaurant right in Georgia, you guys. If you are ever in Cecil, Georgia, make sure you look them up and grab you a plate, honey. When you just want some home-cooked food, you know what I'm saying? You go to a restaurant, but you know you still want some home-cooked food. It's for those of us who we just want to make sure we get something good to eat. You want a good old plate of food, you guys, make sure you look them up. Also, you guys, we want to shout out to Southern Soul LA. Okay, y'all know whenever you need a good old plate of Southern cooking and you in the Los Angeles area, honey, if you haven't hit them up, if I don't get a testimony from y'all to say, Sighren, honey, I got a plate. I'm telling you now, it is like legal drugs on a plate. It's that good. And I know you will be hooked because I'm still hooked 4 years later. I am still hooked 4 years later, y'all. I'm still on it. Like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still ready to go back to get another plate because that's going to be exactly where I eat when I do get over there to the Cali area. So shout out to Southern Soul LA, you guys. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the Sighren Speak show. We really, truly appreciate it. And I also want to advise that the views of Sighren over here on the Sighren Speak show are not the views of my supporters, okay? For those who sponsor the show, okay? The sponsors these are not their views. They are simply just sponsoring this episode. It does not mean that the stuff that I say is their opinion, okay? So I want you guys to know that. Don't be like, oh, I ain't eating y'all because y'all over there was me saying this and y'all. It's nothing like that, you guys. They are just merely sponsoring these episodes. So shout out to my sponsors. I really, truly appreciate it, okay? So today, you guys, we're going to be talking about energy vampires. Okay, energy vampires, y'all. Speaking of energy vampires, I forgot my whatchamacallit. Tyler. Oh, when you're done, can you bring, where are you? Why you sound like you in another dimension? Ooch. So yes, you guys, we're going to be talking about energy vampires today. Give me that spray. It's in that gray bottle over there. We're going to be talking about energy vampires today, y'all. I felt the need to speak about this because it's happening to me. Yes, it's happening to me. Thank you, baby. And I know it's happening to a lot of us. If it's happening to me, it's happening to a lot of us, okay? We want to talk about what an energy vampire is, okay? These energy vampires, you guys, are people who, and they're not just people. Sometimes it could be places that you go that just drain your energy, Okay. It could be people. It could be places, you guys. Sometimes it can be even some of the things that you eat that drains your energy. So when it comes to people, we're looking at coworkers, we're looking at anybody you really come in contact with, your significant other, it can be your children, it could be your siblings, any family member, you guys, anybody who you come in contact with can be considered an energy vampire, somebody who is draining your energy. A lot of us don't feel as motivated or as inspired as we should nowadays, and we're not understanding where that motivation is. Now, honestly, I feel like ever since 2020 and Coco, things have not been the same, y'all. Oh God, I have this lingering stress from these raggedy pillows, y'all. Lord have mercy, I have to get me some better pillows. But honestly, I feel like ever since 2020, things have not been the same. Okay. I don't care if you got, Instagrammed or not. If you got Instagrammed or not, it doesn't matter. There's a different frequency that we're in, y'all. We have definitely went through like a timeline or a portal of some sort of shift. Okay. And it seems like in this dimension here or in this reality here, energy is just harder for us to maintain or to ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the wave is now riding us, it's harder to think. It's harder to get ahead. It's harder to be proactive. It takes so much strength and energy to do the smallest little things. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that shift is or when we went through that shift. I believe y'all remember, I don't know if it was like 2020, 2021, when the broom was standing up, everybody was standing up that damn broom. Okay, and trust, they did it. Yes, so we did do it. It was as we was passing through the galactic center, from what I was explained and told, as we passed through, that's when that energy shift, and it's been a little heavy ever since, right? Which means we require more energy as people from ourselves. You ever notice it requires more energy for you to get the smallest thing done? You have to do so much, it seems like. Before, back in the day, I used to be able to work out, right? I could work out for a week straight and I would lose at least a couple of pounds. Now I have to work out for like a month straight just to lose that same amount in weight. And it's like, all I got to do is not go to the gym for 3 days and boom, everything is like right back. I'm like, oh my God, when it comes to health issues, you guys, there are a lot more health issues that I'm hearing about. If you haven't, go get yourself checked. You may be feeling good, but I'm telling you now, go get your blood work done. Another thing is when it comes to these, facilities and hospitals and things of that nature, granted, you want to get your general doctor, okay, to check you out, do your blood work and everything. But you also, I think it is very critical for us to also look into a holistic approach. Otherwise, there's a possibility you may have a plethora of medications prescribed to you that you just like, whoa, it can become a little overwhelming. So in order for us to survive, you guys, moving forward, I always tell you, we have to make sure that we're working on our frequency. It is imperative that we work on our frequency. And as we work on our frequency, you're going to become a light. Okay, it's like we're in this darkness right now, which is a very powerful energy. When I say darkness, I don't want y'all to think that that's something bad, because it's not. We're in a very powerful energy, but if you don't know how to exist in that, it can mess you up. For example, if you are somebody, or you see how people win the lottery and they come in contact with these millions of dollars, but if they don't have the financial literacy or the financial education to sustain that money, within 3 to 5 years, they're broke again. So they've come in contact with a very powerful energy, but if you don't know how to use that energy or ride that energy, it can eat you up. So this is where we are right now. We are in a very powerful energy. We are in a very creative energy. We are in an energy field or in an energy vortex that, if you know how to use it, if you know how to work it, you know what I'm saying? You can make some really big things happen. And because we're in this energy, there are outside influences that are manipulating us because it doesn't want us to take advantage of this energy that we are in. Those outside influences are now coming closer to you than you think, okay? Before, it may have been, out in celebrity world, or, via a movie where they would scare you and get the little jump move. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. But now, because this energy is so potent that we're in, they're using those that we love, where they're using those who can get close to us. Okay. Now, some people are aware of this and they are working on themselves or working on their frequency. This is why you hear a lot of people are trying to eat right. People are really trying to bring about some sort of positive change in their life. People are really trying to, step out into a higher frequency. People are like, you know what? I just feel like I need to cut out drinking. I need to cut out eating these type of foods. I need to cut out hanging out. I need to cut out doing this. There are people out there who are engaging in healthier, ways to live and to exist. They probably don't understand why it feels so critical for them to do this, but there are people out there who are trying to make that change. Okay. So, but there are others, you guys, unfortunately, and this is just Sighren speaking on the Sighren Speak show. Okay. Unfortunately, just like we have people who are working on themselves to increase their vibration and to raise their frequency, we have some people who I believe, okay, after 2020 and after Coco and all of that stuff that we experienced, I personally believe there are a lot of people who are not who we think they are. I believe there are a lot of people who have been hijacked. Meaning they may partially be in the sunken place or fully in the sunken place. And there is some sort of technology that has now taken over their physical vessel. Unfortunately, y'all, these are some of your friends, your coworkers, your family members. I don't feel like everybody made it through. I really, truly don't. And like I said, this is just Sighren speaking on the Sighren Speak show. Okay. I don't feel like everybody made it through, because there's just, if you look at it right now, we have so much technology right now that's taking over. Every time you call customer service, you're not speaking to people like we used to back in the day. We no longer have operators anymore. We no longer have customer service anymore. You're either speaking to someone overseas, which what happened to all of the American workers? Where are they? And we're not asking questions. We're just taking it like it's okay. Every time you call, you don't really understand the language or the accent of the person who's answering the call. What happened to all of the American workers? They've either been replaced by people overseas on the phone, and then they have been replaced by a lot of robots here. I told you guys, y'all better start thinking for yourself. You better start using your brain. You better start, working on yourself, because otherwise this energy, this technology that is coming through is coming to, whew, okay, it's coming. 1, 2, it is coming for you. Okay, so if you don't raise your frequency, you're going to start to feel drained. You're going to start to feel exhausted. You're going to start to feel really tired. You're going to start to feel unmotivated. You're just going to start to feel like, what's the purpose? Okay, when you start feeling that, that means that energy is starting to come in and it's starting to consume you. You have to keep yourself active. You have to do things like get up and get out. Don't come home after a long day's work and just sit. You got to try to move as often as you can. Okay, because as you sit, the longer you sit, the longer you be still, the more this energy can come in and like take over and really just, okay, absorb any and every ounce of motivation that you may have within you. Okay. Oh, sure. Let's talk about it. Okay. Where did I put my notes? Did I send it to my business? Oh, no. See, I told you, Jen. Mercury getting ready to go retrograde. Shout out to those of you who doing the work. Okay, let's talk about the energy vampires. Okay, the energy vampires are people who drain others' emotional energy. Why is it that they drain your emotional energy? Because that is really one of the most powerful energies that is connected to your divine feminine energy. It is where your creativity. If I can get in your emotions, for example, let's say you're having a great day and you're saying, you know what, today when I get up, I'm going to do this. And I come in contact with you and I kind of start going off on you or something. Next thing you know, your day is messed up because now you pissed off at what you experienced with me. You're mad, and now you're just like, I'm just gonna go home and da, da, da. So this is why it is important for them to get into your emotional energy. That is the part of you that is connected to your divine feminine energy, which means it is one of your most powerful energies, okay? In order for you to create something, when you're mad, you're not going to create nothing good. When you're feeling depressed, you're not going to create nothing good. You're going to create something low. So that's why they want to keep messing with your emotions, to keep you in a very low frequency where you can continuously be manipulated, okay? So these are people who often drain others' emotional energy. Okay. How is it that you can recognize these people? A lot of them, because it's not like they just come up to you and it's something that is so like out there. Sometimes you have to really like know what you're looking for to understand, because a lot of you are feeling tired and drained and unmotivated. Sometimes you don't even have to come in contact with these people. Okay. Sometimes just being on the phone with them, talking to them, coming, like being around them. Maybe, they live in a different city and or state, but they're thinking about you, or they probably hating on something that you're doing. These people are able to access your energy now differently than it was years ago. Years ago, I feel like we had to kind of physically be around each other. But I told you guys, after 2020, our energy took off. We have gifts and talents that were activated. So this is why I believe they created the social distancing during that time, because they didn't want us around each other. Because the closer we are, the more powerful, okay, our energies can be. Now, because of 2020, I personally believe that we have different energies that have now come online and have been activated. So all somebody got to do is think about you. All they got to do is tap into your social media. They can watch you on social media. They can look at one of your photos, and they can pull on your energy. All right. So let's talk about how it is you can recognize these people. Some of them they act like the victim all the time. You might know somebody who always act like the victim. They are chronic complainers. Everything is always bad. Everything is always against them. They are chronic complainers. And after you talk to them, you feel drained. You feel tired. Like, oh, God, I don't feel like hearing this no more, and they're chronic complainers. Like for years, they've been like this. Okay. All they do is complain. You have the people who always finding fault. Okay. Maybe they find you to always be at fault, or maybe somebody else, okay, is always at fault. They're always saying, oh, it's because of the man, or because of the system, or because of the government, or because of somebody else. They always finding fault on somebody else as to why things has happened to them. Okay. You have the drama queen or the drama king, you guys. These people here are all like, they always have to create some sort of drama at whatever event. It could be work, it could be at the party, it could be your family member, whoever it is. They're the drama king or the drama queen. Like every time they come around, it's just some type of drama connected to them in some way, shape, or form. You have the controller or the manipulator. These people here, they use guilt or hidden agendas, okay? They come in your circle to watch, right? They're going to watch you. They're going to tune into you to watch you, but they always have some sort of hidden agenda, and sometimes you don't always know, okay? We have the attention hog. These people who constantly need you to focus on them. They constantly need you to work on their problems, or they constantly need you to hear their problems, but they're never available to hear your problems or to help you in any way, shape, or form. We also have the narcissists, okay? These people are self-centered. They lack empathy. They just don't care. It's just all about them. They could care less if you die tomorrow. They could care less if, whatever. It's just, you got in a horrible accident today? Oh, well, you know what? I went to the store and finally found that strawberry soda I was looking for. You're like, hold up. What? Did you not hear what I said? Yeah, they heard you. They just really don't care. They're in a very self-centered place where they really could care less about who you are and what you got going on. Okay. Signs that your energy is being drained, you guys. You want to know, when is it that your energy is being drained? There's a lot of, you feel tired. You feel like a chronic fatigue. It's just like a tired beyond tired. Like, you could feel tired, be like, I'm tired, but you still keep your day going. Sometimes this tired can be so chronic that you have to take a nap. Like you feel like you just have to go to sleep. Like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I want to go to sleep. I need to take a nap. Like you feel drained. You can feel it. Okay. Sometimes you can feel irritable. Okay, you just like, oh, like you just don't feel like being bothered because you got so much in your energy. You guys, we have so many people, we have so many outside energies that are tapped into us. It's crazy. And like I said, especially if you are in the public in any way, shape, or form, you know, you have just strangers and you have bots who are tapping into your social media all day long. For as long as you get in, because a lot of you can be getting in the algorithm, right? And what happens, they will send these bots to your page to go in and drain that energy. So you think, oh, nobody liked my pictures. Nobody, yes, you're getting a lot of views and stuff like that. But there's these bots energies that are going against and compromising the fact that you're being seen and the fact that people are now checking out your videos and people are tuned into you. Sometimes this could be at work as well. You could be getting a lot of recognition or praise at work, but there's these bots, there's these energies, they're like programs, okay, that are being sent into your frequency, that are being sent into your aura, that are just absorbing, okay, any type of recognition, any type of praise, any type of reward that you're supposed to come in contact with is being siphoned from you, you know, from these frequencies that are out here. You can experience brain fog, okay? Like we know a lot of us are experiencing that. A lot of brain fog where it's just like, you're just sitting there trying to figure out when, what, who, where, why. You don't know, like, you know what? I thought I was going to do this, but I forgot what I was going to do. You know, I feel like I was ready to do this, but I guess I'm not. Whatever it may be, okay? All of these energies are coming into your aura to pull and to drain, okay, from you. You can feel overwhelmed, okay? And it's like, all you got to do is get up and go like to the store to get some oil. You know what I'm saying? And you just feel like, oh God. Oh, like you just feel overwhelmed by the smallest things that you can do or that you have to do. And you just put it off and off and off. It could be going to the wash house. It could be going to get detergent. It could be going to the grocery store. Just like little, small, mundane things seem to be so much, okay? So this is how you know when you feel exhausted sometimes after interacting with certain people. This could be people you know, but this could also be people who you come in contact with. This is why when you step out into the public, you have to protect your energy as well. Okay, next we're going to talk about how you need to shield and protect yourself because these energies are out here. Okay, trust me, whether you want to acknowledge them or not, these energies are definitely out here. Okay, when it comes to people that you know and you want to protect your energy from these vampires, you want to establish like firm boundaries. You want to establish some type of boundaries with people like, you know, hey girl, you know, when I get home from work today, I'm going to be spending time with Bay and the kids. So, you know, I'm going to just holler at you, you know, after 7 o'clock, that's it, girl. My phone going off. I'm not talking. You're not going to be on the phone all night, keeping me up, telling me how Tyrone cheated on you again with your cousin. Okay. You're going to have to establish some sort of boundaries or these people are going to come in and swoop over you and they're going to drain every ounce of you out of yourself. Okay. Also, when it comes to acceptable behaviors, this is something that is very critical because as a woman, okay, as a woman, with me being in a relationship, and then I had a friend who was a stripper. I talk about her a lot because I love her so much. Okay. And I do miss being in a friendship with her, but it's just too much, right? So she loved her body. Her body was good. It was banging and it was natural, okay? She worked out. She knew all about vitamins. She knew how to work out. She trained herself and things of that nature. And she maintained a very good body, but she was the type that she would always wear the little short shorts. Okay, I don't care where she went. She got on the sports bra and she got on the little short shorts, okay? Don't come to my house like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to my house like that when you know I have a man. When you are a woman and you know your friend has a man and in a relationship, there should be clear boundaries as to how it is that you present yourself. Not that this woman is insecure. It's not, oh, I feel like you're going to take my man. No, you're just going to respect my household. Now, if we out in public and I run into you, you can have on whatever it is that you have on. But when you come to my house, so you know, when I'm going to Siren's house, I know that I have to dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You can wear a tight dress, and I don't care, but you're not going to have cheeks hanging at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? There's just a certain way, a certain type of energy that you're going to bring when it comes to my place, right? as I will do you. So setting those type of boundaries on what acceptable behavior is. Let's say you have kids and you have a friend or a homeboy or a homegirl who come around and let's say they curse a lot. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, when we around my kids, I don't want to, don't talk like that around my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to expose them to that type of energy. Or, sometimes you may have teenage boys and you may have a homegirl who come around and she wearing these little short shorts around your little teenagers. You just like, when you come to my house, you're going to have to put some clothes on, baby, because I got little young teenagers. Okay, last thing I need is some sticky sheets, right? So yes, setting those acceptable behaviors and accepting acceptable boundaries in regards to their behavior. I know, especially when it comes heavy to my family, it's like about gossip. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gossip that can go throughout the family. So it's like, look, don't call me with it. Call everybody else with it. When you call me, you got to want to talk about some high vibrational stuff. Like I don't always want to hear the gossip. So it's like when it comes to gossip, I'm the last person that anybody's going to call because they know I'm not the one to sit on the phone and want to hear that all day. So those are like how you set healthy boundaries, things of that nature. So you want to limit your time also, you guys, around these people or at these places. If it's somewhere that you go, you want to limit the amount of time that you're over there. If it's somebody, you want to limit the amount of time that you're coming in contact with this person as well, or these people. You also want to avoid reacting to their drama. When they call you with the BS, instead of you, oh my God, for real, oh Lord, instead of getting into that, what you want to do is, oh my God, girl, that's crazy. You know what? I wish the best for you, girl, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you deal with that and let you handle that. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. All right. You got to stop being on the phone for hours, or you got to stop engaging for hours. It's not about, letting people down or not being there for a friend or family member, but it is about creating healthy boundaries for yourself. Okay, for yourself. Now, with me and what it is that I do, a lot of people come to me and because it is close family members, they're like, you know what, Sighren, I know my sister is draining my energy. I know, because every time I leave from around her, I feel so tired. All I could do is go home and go to sleep. Or Sighren, I know my homegirl is draining my energy. Or, whomever it may be. I know my supervisor or my coworker or things of that nature. And they're like, I just don't know how to, protect or shield myself from them. You can go around them. And there are ways for you to coexist, and still be around them. What I have is, and those of you who know, because you work with my products all the time, okay? This right here is the protection body spray, okay? This is just a recommendation for you guys. All you have to do is spray your aura. That's it, y'all. Now, what happens is, after you guys use this spray, one thing you guys know is these people tend to not come around you. Now, I'm going to tell you, that's going to be a side effect of it. People are not going to be around you because your energy is shielded. It's not that they don't want to be around you. It's that they can't come around you because your frequency is just a little too powerful for them to penetrate. Okay. So a lot of people, when they start to use this spray, it's like, oh my God, I noticed I haven't talked to her in like 3 days. Or when I go to work, my supervisor don't come bother me. She used to always come to my office, or she will always email me or things, and then I haven't heard from her for over a week. It's things like that. And like I say, it's not that these people don't want to bother you. It's that they can't. So this is a very critical way to shield your energy, you guys, to really shield and protect your energy from these energy vampires. It doesn't, it doesn't do anything to them. It just helps to shield your energy so that they are unable to access you, because you'll be surprised at how many people have access to you. Okay, you will be so surprised as to how many people have access to you, you guys. So if you guys are interested in the spray, you can go to spiritualcandies.com, you guys, and you can purchase the spray over there. Let me see. I want to see if I can put the link in the I will put the link in the description box. Okay. Hold on. I'll put the link in the description box, you guys. Okay, for those of you who are interested in purchasing that. It's a nice size spray. And like I say, you don't have to use a lot. You just use that. You can use it before you go out for the day. You know what I'm saying? And you can also, and it's not going to overpower like your perfume or anything of that nature. Some people wear it and they like Sighren, girl. I don't even have to wear any perfume with it because I like the way it smells. So yeah, some people like the way it smells. So they're like, okay, I can see myself with this right here, just using it. But it's up to you. Okay. It really truly is. It's up to you. So hold on. Let me see. Shout out to y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey to everybody who's tuned up into the building. Hello, hello, hello. I have to make sure that let me see. Did I put it up? I did. I got to put the photo of it up. So yeah. But I'm just now getting back to my laptop, you guys. Remember, I had a hard time earlier because I couldn't find it and things of that nature. But I would definitely put it in the description box for those of you who are interested in purchasing it. Very powerful stuff, y'all. Very powerful. Made with all natural essential oils and things of that nature. It is a essential oil blend that will definitely shield and protect your energy. Okay, from these outside vampires, from those low vibrational energies and things of that nature. For those of you who watch my vlogs, a lot of you see me go through things and y'all just like, Sighren, you just so chill. You know why? Because I'm always shielded and protected myself so that I'm not overreacting to things, so that I'm not angry, I'm not pissed off, You have to make sure that you're doing things to shield and protect your energy. So just like you can go to Bath and Body Works and buy all that stuff to smell good, which does absolutely nothing for you, honey, you also want to purchase you some stuff to shield and protect your energy as well, as other things that you're doing to increase your vibration, okay? But this is the protection body spray, you guys. Like I said, you could go to spiritualcandies.com and you can purchase it there. Okay, while they are, I think that is going to be a staple item. A lot of times I would include them in the monthly boxes, but that right there is going to be a staple item that I'm going to keep, on the website. So, and it should last you for a very long time. Okay, all you need is just a little bit. Just spray your aura, honey, and get them bugs off of you. Get these, like if you want to be in my energy, you have to vibrate this high. When you go to the fair and they say you got to be this tall to ride this ride, that's how you're going to have to be. You have to vibrate this high to come in contact with me. Okay, you have to surround yourself with people who are not going to steal your energy, but people who can contribute, okay, towards your energy. Not that you're feeding off of them, but that you guys are now balanced to where you have energy to give to them, they have energy to give to you. Okay. So yes, definitely make sure you're doing everything that you need to protect yourself, to keep your frequency high enough to where you are not being, siphoned. Your energy is not being siphoned, especially on a day-to-day basis. Because when our energy is siphoned, you guys, this can lead to physical health issues. Okay, we have too many people under the age of 40 with heart issues, heart disease. Okay, too many people under the age of 40 with diabetes. Okay, too many people under the age of 40 with cancer. Right, we have too many people under the age with fatty, liver. Your kidneys are not working properly. Why? Because your energy is constantly being siphoned by these outside vampires that you can't see. You can't see them in this third dimension, but you can feel it because you're starting to feel drained when you come in contact with them, and you start to feel tired and you start to feel uninspired. Now, I've noticed that, these energy vampires can come from so many different places. With the business that I have, I come in contact with a lot of people, and I deal with people when they are probably going through low things. So a lot of times I deal with people who are probably not vibrating at the highest, and then I work with them. That's one thing. I understand that aspect of it. But being a somebody who's vlogging now I have this whole new world or whole new realm of people who are watching me. Okay. And there are some people who will watch you and who will try to take parts of you. Like, oh, I like this about her, or I like that about her, or I like this about her, or I like that about her. Now they want to take those aspects of you and they want to start to incorporate that in their lives. Energy vampires. Now they want to steal your energy and your creativity and try to use it for their own platform. So that's why I say, even when it comes to social media, you guys, people you don't know, okay, are coming in contact with you. People who you don't know are seeing you and trying to harvest your energy or take your energy. So you want to make sure that you are staying on top of, okay, your energy. You want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to shield and to protect yourself. Now, this protection spray, like I said, for those of you who get it, one thing I'm going to tell you, you're going to love it. You can use it on your kids, your pets, okay? You can use it in your car. especially when you're giving somebody a ride, child, when they get out. Ooh, child, I be up in there like this, honey. Yes, I do. You can use it in your car, in your vehicle. You can use it to spray your office. If you work somewhere, when you get to work, honey, just spray and cleanse that area. What it does is it's very critical with the essential oil blend that we use in this product is very critical at piercing through, okay, these shells, because these frequencies, you guys, they also have their own protection. They have protection around themselves to kind of shield them from things that will be coming against them, trying to stop them from penetrating your energy. So now what you're doing is countering their protection with this energy right here. These are essential oils that are very powerful and very critical at breaking up tough energy. Okay, not just basic regular energy. We're talking tough energy. And when it comes to this technology and these nanoparticles and these spikes and all of these type of energies, y'all, we are in a time where the energy is just different. Okay, it is honestly just different. It's so different. It's to the point now I can't even wear damn wigs no more. I got to pull out the hair. Yeah, Sighren got to pull out the old hair. Okay, I can't even wear wigs no more, y'all. I try to wear one every now and then, but you want your hair to breathe. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you now, you need your hair. Your hair is your antenna. Okay, your hair is your antenna. It is going to help you to receive critical knowledge, critical information, warning signs. Okay, last thing you want is, it's going to alert you when it is you're coming in contact with some energy that just does not serve you. Your hair is going to alert you. It is honestly a strong antenna, and you definitely need to make sure that you are, one, keeping it clean. You're taking care of your hair. Okay. You're washing it. Okay. I have a very powerful protective shampoo that I use. I'm just a little nervous with it now because now it has my hair, like my hair was not this big. It was not this, full. It was not this poofy, you guys. So it has really been like, you definitely want to pay attention to the minerals in your body. You want to pay attention to what you're eating, you guys. It's like we're at a time, y'all, where we're going to have to set accountability for ourselves and for our experience, okay, for our life. We're going to have to say, you know what, if I'm still eating McDonald's, I don't know anybody who's eating McDonald's. If you guys are still eating McDonald's, I don't know what to say, but I don't think one thing is better than the next. I ain't going to lie, okay? Tyler, please come here, baby, one more time. And it's any and everything nowadays, y'all. I can't say, oh, don't eat McDonald's because it's bad for you, because guess what? There are other things that are bad for you. Get me that apple. Okay. So I went to the grocery store, y'all. Go that way, baby. Yeah. I went to the grocery store and I purchased this apple. Right? I want you to see this. A month ago. This apple's still hard, still fresh. It has not gotten bad anywhere. I'm literally waiting to see when this apple is going to start to get a little brown or anything. Y'all, I bought this apple a month ago. Longer than that. I think I bought it in December. We are in what, February now? I bought this apple in the month of December, y'all. Look at this. This thing's still fresh. And I'm mad because I bought, I think, 4 of them. But I noticed after I ate the first 3, I'm looking at them. I'm like, damn, they're not going bad yet. This apple's still hard, fresh. Look at this, y'all, a month old. So that's why I say I can't say, oh, if you're eating McDonald's that you're eating bad. I can't say that anymore. You have to be able to use your discernment when it comes to everything that you're consuming, because like I said, y'all, they have tainted everything. Okay. Everything appears, or allegedly everything may be tainted. Okay. Even when you think you're eating healthy, even when you think you're going to the grocery store. I don't know about grocery shopping. I always tell you, we go somewhere and buy food from a place that starts with the word gross. It's gross. Okay. We go to a place and read books to get knowledge from a place that starts with the word lie, as in library. Okay. So there's a lot that's going on. So I can't really criticize, these fast food restaurants and say that they're the only ones, because I don't feel like they are anymore. You know, when it comes to the salmon, when it comes to the meat, a lot of it is being printed out. Okay. And now they have authorized the sale of this printed meat because it says, hey, it may not make them healthier, but it damn sure ain't killing them, at least not right away. It's not killing them enough for us to say this is something bad. Okay. So we have to make some critical life decisions. And when you work on yourself, when you work on your frequency, because a lot of these vampiric energies, you guys, they're not just people. It is a frequency that possess these people that feeds off of not only them, but off of you as well. So this is why I recommend that you guys get this spray. Okay. This is just one critical thing that you can do to shield and protect your energy. Okay. This is one critical thing that you can do. Other than that, I strongly suggest, like I said, you put up some healthy boundaries. You know, just don't be around these people that much. Okay. Don't talk to them on the phone all day like you used to. You know, pull back a little bit, pull your energy back, learn how to be comfortable in your own space. I think a lot of people need to do that because some people feel like because you don't have a lot of friends or because you don't hang out with a lot of people that you're not cool or you're miserable or you're just a boring person. But no, some people out here, it takes a lot to get in their energy. Okay. I always say you got to vibrate this high to be able to hang around me or to be in my presence. It's not like I don't want to be around people. I just don't have a lot of people that vibrate towards me being in their presence. And I'm okay with that because I'm good with being in my own presence. I have the best time when I'm by my damn self. You ain't got to worry about nobody complaining. Ain't got to worry about nobody, you know, ready to go and I'm not, or I'm ready to go and they not. I don't have to worry about any of that. So you definitely have to make sure you guys moving forward that you stay connected to your energy. For those of you who messaged me about the March box, it is going to be listed. If it's not, I'm not sure. Let me see if the March box is up because I know some of you said, Sighren, I want the March box. Okay. Oh, chair. Yeah, I know some of you said you wanted the March box. So yeah, the March box, we're going to be focusing on the retrograde energy. Okay, that March box, we're going to be focusing on that retrograde energy. So this is going to be a very critical box, you guys, to shield and protect your energy during the retrograde. Also, we have a very powerful on March the 3rd. We have a very powerful lunar eclipse. Okay, y'all. These energies are being used in ways that we cannot imagine. What we're doing when we work on ourselves is making sure that the stuff that they're doing is not really with us, okay? Because it's messing with people, right? We probably think we have more people here than we do, and we don't, okay? We really, truly don't. So we got to be careful with who's here. Who do we think? A lot of people are not understanding that they are now bots. A lot of people are not understanding that when you look at a lot of these commercials, okay, and you see these people and they look familiar, I'm saying to myself, a lot of the people on commercials look familiar, but they're giving AI. They're giving AI. Like, we don't see real people on commercials. We think that those are real people, but it's definitely giving AI, okay? And AI has taken over quite a bit of people. If you guys look at when they had the writer's strike, remember when they had the writer's strike? And during that writer's strike, a lot of these actors and stuff were pissed off because they're like, you know, they weren't getting, like, they wasn't actually being booked for those roles because they signed off on that AI thing where they signed off on AI taking over. So now when you see Kevin Hart and The Rock and all of them in these movies, that's not them. That's AI, you know? So this is why Kevin Hart, he used to joke and be like, oh, I think I have like about 4 clones. You know, I have quite a few clones because this is not them that we're seeing. I, Sighren, believe that when it comes to the Grammys and all of that stuff, y'all, half of these people that we think there, I think a lot of that is green screen. I do. Okay, a lot of our, you know, people that we think are here, I don't think are here no more. Just to name a few, okay? Martin Lawrence. I don't know who or what that is, okay? But Martin that ain't Martin. I don't think that that's Martin Lawrence. We are Gucci Mane. Okay. I don't know who or what that is. I, Sighren, personally don't think that that is Gucci Mane. Okay. Recently, Ray J. I don't know who came out of the hospital now. You guys may have heard Ray J recently went in the hospital. I think he said he had pneumonia or heart issues or things of that nature. I don't know who came out of the hospital because this Ray J has like a lisp. Like his bottom lip is like sunk in, like as if he suck a bottle. You know how them babies, like his lip, the way he talk, the way he move his mouth, something is different. Ray J just looks different. He just does not look like the Ray J that went in the hospital. Okay. Now this is all alleged. I'm not saying that it is so facto. Okay. So Ray J, I don't know who that is, y'all. It just is not giving Ray J anymore. I personally, when I looked at it, I said, "Oh, what is that?" You know, who else is there that I could say? So you got Martin Lawrence. Oh, Dave Chappelle. Now, Dave Chappelle was a little skinny runt all them years, honey. And all of a sudden he come back buffed and he thought he got away. I think he tried to get away, but I think they caught him. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I think they caught him. And it is what it is. You know, I don't know what that is with Dave Chappelle. We all know Kanye West. Kanye is another one because Kanye is a Gemini, so you got to catch both aspects. I think they caught one aspect. That's why Kanye tends to come back a little bit, and we think, oh, he you know. But yeah, I think Kanye West is somebody else that is just like gone. Lizzo. Okay, I don't know who or what that is. Now, Lizzo is just different. Adele. Okay, we got the skinny Adele now. I don't know who or what that is. Katy Perry. We all know Katy Perry is somebody else who I just feel like, what is that? Those are just a few. Okay, but those are the celebrities. Okay, that we know about. Think about when it comes to your family. You notice you're not connecting with people, some people the way you used to, something seems a little off, or, the connection seems a little off. There's a lot of things that are going on that we definitely need to pay attention to, even when it comes to your pets. Okay. There's a lot that we really need to open our eyes to, and we really need to pay attention to. Okay. So things are just a little off, and all you got to do is protect yourself. I told you, you're going to have to change the way you eat. You're going to have to eat better, you guys. You're going to have to really work out. I tell you guys, you have to move your body because they don't like when you move. They're going to do 50 million things to get you to not work out or to go home and sit still and scroll. Okay, because they want you sitting still. They don't like when you move because it's harder for them to, hold on. It's harder for them to control your thoughts if you're constantly doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? You got to like kind of ADHD it for a little bit so that they're not able to access, hold on to you. They don't like when you're busy. They don't like when you're making plans. They don't like when you fulfilling your plans. They don't like when you making goals and going after your goals, taking steps towards manifesting your goals. They don't like when you create manifestation journals. They don't like when you write in a journal. Okay, you got to stay consistent. What you got to do is you got to constantly be doing things, constantly be, on the move and working towards something. Otherwise, these energies will, tap into you, and then you become complacent. And this is when we start to feel stuck. This is when we start to feel, unmotivated, uninspired, and things of that nature. Okay. So we definitely want to pay attention to a lot of the movies. If you want more clarification on a lot of this stuff, you guys, we have to focus on shielding and protecting our energy. We really, truly do. Okay. Pay attention to a lot of the movies. I know they have one coming out at the latter part of this year called Avengers Doomsday. If you haven't, see if you can take the time to connect to the Avengers movies, okay? Because I don't know, when it comes to Thanos, I know they play him as the villain, but I'm not understanding because I'm kind of looking at the Avengers from a different perspective for whatever reason, not as like the saviors. Okay, but as the people who were sent here to kind of keep the agenda going, the chosen heroes by the government, because they're all, up under that government energy. So I'm looking at them from a totally different perspective. Like, okay, wait, hold up. Are you guys really the saviors? Or are you the ones who are shielding us from getting out? Okay. Are the people fighting? Are those the dark forces that are coming here to help free the people? And you don't want the people to be freed, because if they're freed, then you will not have a role as an Avenger or protecting this dimension. I don't think the Avengers are protecting the people. I think they're protecting a reality. Okay? A reality. Because when Thanos said, hey, this world needs to be balanced, they didn't care. They said, we don't care if people getting sick. We don't care if the food is getting poisoned. We don't care if people dying from stuff. We don't care. You're not going to change it. Why would they be against this world being balanced? Okay? Why would they be against this world like being healed in some weird shape or way? And I think the way they presented it with Thanos as if, oh, we have to kill off all of these people. Well, I'm going to tell you straight up, half of them are not people. Maybe the people who Thanos wanted to get rid of was the bots that they put here. Maybe the entities who Thanos wanted to get rid of was all those false, people that we think are real that are actually bots. If we have a society where we have so many bots that are here, that are trying to become real, because these bots eventually try to become real. They try to, become human. This is why they want to get jobs. Now we barely can get a job because the computers are taking over everything. Now they have they coming up with the computer wife, where these men can actually purchase a wife. And she's going to be exactly what they want, how they want. She ain't going to gain weight, lose weight, none of that. She's going to be able to cook his favorite meals. She's going to be programmed to do all of that. She's going to be able to be intimate with him, do his favorite style, do whatever he likes. She's going to be programmed to be the wife. And men already have these. They're not talking about it, but they've already tested them out. They have the robo wife, which means, why are so many women coming up short? Why are we all of a sudden giving so many women a hysterectomy? Where are those wounds going? Why is a hysterectomy an option? Where are those wounds going? So it's a lot, you guys, that, that's going on behind the scene. And these are the energies that we have to shield and protect ourselves from. A harvesting energy. Entities and frequencies that are coming to harvest. The food that we're eating is keeping us in an energy of gravity. It's keeping us very dense so that we can be harvested. It's kind of giving like Hansel and Gretel, where she fattened them up because she was ready to consume them. So it's like, this is what our society is like for us. It's fattening us up. It's keeping us stuck. It's keeping us, complacent. It's keeping us getting bigger and bigger and bigger because we're being prepped. We're being prepped. We are the food. We are the food. So we got to make sure that we come here, do what we got to do. First of all, you need to know your purpose. You need to know what you came here to do. Because if you think you came here just to work at Chick-fil-A, if you think you came here just to work at Burlington, if you think you came here just to work at whatever company it is, you're wrong. You are a god and goddess with a higher purpose. The reason you came here is to make some sort of change, to get this place to be a experience that people can benefit from when they do come here. Okay? We are the past. We are the future. Because you have to prepare this place for when you do have to come back. But if you don't do that, then we get stuck in cycles of constantly having to keep coming back until we get it right. Okay? So stay on top of your frequency, you guys. Be very present. Be very present in today's life. Be very present in every day. Set an agenda for that day and make sure that you work towards it. And if you feel like you have anything that's throwing you off from your agenda, Okay, every day set a goal. If you feel like there's something that is just like, oh my God, I thought I was going to do this today. I thought I was going to do that today. 9 times out of 10, you have frequencies, okay, that are harvesting your energy, keeping you stuck, keeping you complacent. And you definitely want to do something, you know, outside of the other things that I told you to do. You want to shield and protect your energy, especially if you know you go out in the world, you go to the gym, you go to work, you go to the grocery store, wherever it is. You want to make sure that you spray yourself before you go, and definitely when you come back, okay? Definitely when you come back, all right? That along with other things like working on the way that you eat, working out, okay, moving your body, working on your frequency and stuff like that. Choosing healthier options as far as, you know, the products you put in your hair, the products you put on your body. We're going to be talking about a lot of that as well, you guys. These are some big, you know, things, some big organizations, y'all, that we just need to know the truth about. Okay, but over here on the Sighren Speak Show, we are definitely going to get to it. And once again, I always say the views of Sighren are not the views of those who sponsor this platform. I want to say thank you, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.